Today I'm going to talk about my research so that you can have an idea what a major in astrophysics can lead to. A little bit about my academic background. I did my undergraduate degree in Kenya, which is my home country, at Kenyatta University, where I focused on mathematics and physics as major subjects. I then joined UCT, where I did a honors degree in astrophysics, and I did my master's degree in astrophysics also at the University of the Free State, before coming back to UCT for my doctorate degree. Throughout my research, I have attended 2 workshops, one in the UK and another in Sweden. I have also done academic trips to collaborate with experts in my field in the US, Portugal, and Poland. Now, I started my PhD in 2017, which I just submitted, by the way, for examination. And for my research, I studied thermonuclear eruptions, also known as novae, at radio wavelengths, which I'm going to talk to you about in this presentation. So what is novae or thermonuclear eruptions? These are usually noticed when there is a sudden appearance of a new star, which is brighter compared to the other stars. And as you can see here, I show you this is a very bright star in the middle of in this field, and when you compare to before, it was very faint. So this is one of the examples of novae that was observed a few years back. These eruptions occur in binary system consisting of a dense compact object and a companion star in close orbit, and they are studied at all wavelengths. Here I show a sketch of emission, energetics, and how they are observed at different wavelengths. If photons or light from celestial objects reach the Earth, they can be observed using ground telescopes, as shown here in the optical and radio wavelengths. So you can see here, this is a radio telescope and this is an optical telescope, and because if the light at this wavelength can reach the Earth or the ground, then they're observed with ground-based telescopes. However, some of the more energetic photons are easily absorbed by the atmosphere, and that is why they are observed using space-based telescopes. And some of these include those emitting at X-rays and gamma ray wavelengths, as shown below. So because novae are observed at all wavelengths, here I show you a multi-wavelength view of novae. Here I present the phase of the eruption, the signal, and the event. When the eruption begins, when the compact objects accretes material extensively from the companion star. So this is the companion star here, and this is a white dwarf or the compact object accreting material from this secondary star, and it forms an accretion disk. But the material accumulates so extensively that this dense star cannot hold it anymore, and that is when a thermonuclear eruption occurs here. When this happens, what is observed as a nova is the expanding envelope that is being expelled from this white dwarf here. I'm really lucky to work with the MeerKAT telescope, which is a South African telescope located at the Karoo. The MeerKAT is a very sensitive radio telescope consisting of 64 dishes, which when combined have a baseline of 8 kilometers. I use it to study mainly mass loss mechanisms from these systems and compare them with theoretical predictions. So like I said, my focus is, or what we observe is in novae is majorly that expanding envelope, and MeerKAT is quite sensitive for us to be able to probe how this envelope is ejected from the binary system, and we compare that to what the theorists have to say about the mass loss mechanisms in novae. Thank you.